Time to pumpkin it up.
Let's
dive in. If you're a pumpkin lover, if you love the season, if you want pumpkin all year round, pumpkin spice, pumpkin cheesecake, pumpkin brownies, we got pumpkin everything. And I'm not the little pumpkin. She's a sad one in the moment. There's so much toxicity when it comes to pumpkin.
Oh my gosh. Are you awake?
Was that your toxicity face?
I know what will wake you up. You want some coffee, girl? You want some coffee?
Check this out. Here's the toxicity that you run into when it is pumpkin season. Dissecting the most famous of all things pumpkin, the pumpkin spice latte from a place like Starbucks. Did you know there's not even real pumpkin in this?
I did know that personally. I did know that.
There's not even pumpkin in a pumpkin spice. That's not a pumpkin spice latte. We're going to show you how to make the real one. We lost the pumpkin. She gone. But look at this thing. So, 2 doses of caramel color, and it's made with ammonia. It's considered a carcinogen. There's no real pumpkin. I mentioned that. It's made with typically a Monsanto-based milk. This is going to mean glyphosate, covered grain, fed to the cows, genetically modified corn, soy, cottonseed, or soy milk. They contain carrageenan, a stabilizer that's a little dicey, intestinal inflammation, potentially even cancers. There is a toxic dose of sugar. If you were to inject this dose of sugar, it would probably be lethal, but somehow when we put it in our stomachs, it's okay. Grande has over 50 grams of sugar in a Grande.
Sugar.
Natural flavors. Now, natural flavors, if the company is vetted them, then they're fine. But in this case, I'm guessing that hasn't gone down. Not so good. There's also artificial flavorings that are sourced from petroleum, preservatives, sulfites. Those cause allergic reactions, by the way. There's pesticide residue because of the non-organic coffee beans used, and it is not even vegan, even if you use soy milk, because there's conventional milk in the condensed powder that they use to make it. Shocking. This thing right here, if you have a pumpkin spice lover in your family or your friends, we got to make them aware of what is in that thing and how super toxic it is, but not to fear. We'll show you how to make a healthy one. This is where you come in.
What would you like me to do?
Healthy pumpkin spice lattes, Nurse Livingood. Please help us out. How do we do it?
I got you.
Let's go.
I got you. There are a couple different ways you can do this. You can add other things to enhance it, but I'm going to go the most basic yet delicious, simple way. Little one, would you like to help me make Daddy's coffee? Not today. Okay. She's giving me it. Come help me, please. I got to put in a little coffee. We're going about that much. How much is that? About that much?
It of course depends how much coffee you want to drink.
Yep, it does. That's how much I want.
Anywhere from 10 to 24 ounces.
Can you help me put this butter in? Can you help me put this butter in? Please?
Okay, so we're going coffee.
Okay, coffee.
We're going butter.
We buy an organic, clean coffee.
So the coffee, to avoid the pesticides that end up on it, we want to get it either organic or shade grown. Okay. If you need help shopping for healthy coffee, I put a link for that for you in the description. We'll go to the grocery store and actually show you how to shop for it. Or if you're a decaf lover, if you're a tea lover, we got you. Just give us a couple minutes. I'll show you a delicious chai tea recipe for this as well. So we got. How's the butter?
How's that tasting? You're not done. Okay.
Organic grass-fed butter. Avoid a lot of the antibiotics that end up in the cow and or the residues of the herbicides used on the grain that the cow eats. You get to avoid those. A little bit of butter gives it that creaminess. That milk is not even really needed as much when you use that. So what's next?
Spoon. We're going to coconut oil.
Coconut oil, healthy fats, antimicrobial, antifungal. The MCTs in here are going to activate your fat burning system. So instead of that sugar bomb that you get at your local coffee shop, this one's loaded with healthy fats. It's going to stimulate fat production. You have to eat fats in order to burn fat. Really good for your focus in the morning, some brain fuel, maybe even produce some ketones to help mental clarity with that. So
I thought we were doing a little bit more.
you can go with the old spoon dip as well.
Do it. Oh, got a little right here.
What do we got next? What
Do
else
a little
goes
bit
in
more,
that thing?
and then we're gonna put some of this in.
Ooh, secret ingredient. So in
That's a little bit.
order to make it that really good sweet pumpkin spice flavor, one, we don't want to have the syrups, high fructose corn syrup or the sugar. Two, we want to have good organic herbs. So the solutions, monk fruit for the sweetener, and then organic spices for the nutmeg, the clove, the cinnamon, and we just mixed it all into a protein powder. So that has collagen protein.
I said a little bit more.
Just a little bit. I got it. Collagen protein, flavored with the organic pumpkin spices,
There you go. I know.
sweetened with monk fruit so it makes it taste amazing. It's got glucomannan in it to help lower your blood sugar level. It's got milk thistle in it to help cleanse out your liver, and a full multivitamin in that collagen as well. This is the secret weapon.
If you don't like slobber, don't come to our house.
Can you smell it?
You can
How does it
smell
taste? Is it good?
Yummy.
It does. Do you want another
So
one?
yummy.
I'll let you grab one more.
Got it.
Bet you can't just stop at one lick. Incredibly good stuff. So this is like the secret weapon going into this thing.
Yes.
You could also use a vanilla collagen that's sweetened with monk fruit.
Yep.
And then put your own pumpkin spice into it.
Right.
But this is already all blended, pre-blended, and delicious. Gluten-free, third-party tested, no heavy metals, non-GMO.
Beautiful.
Doesn't spike the sugar levels.
hot.
Now blend it up.
Is it hot?
Yes.
Or
When
coffee
you
hot?
blend it up, you got to blend it up. You don't you know blend it. Oh, what? Here's the recipe. So check this out. Healthy pumpkin spice latte. Recipe calls for, we got our strong organic coffee, some coconut milk if you wanted it, if you needed it. You could put pumpkin puree in there as well. Pumpkin spice, maple syrup is an option, vanilla is an option. Now, we just used the collagen plus multi pumpkin spice, so we didn't even add pumpkin to it. And we obviously already have the sweetener and the monk fruit, and all of these spices are already included in there. So you can just add one ingredient with that collagen and be good to go and get your full fill. Now, instead of the coconut milk, we used a little bit of butter in this scenario. So there's a few different ways to do it. So there's one recipe version. We just gave you the other one. Here's a third: organic coffee, coconut butter, coconut oil, butter, and the pumpkin spice. That's the version we just made for you right there. So 2 different versions on there. If you just want quick, easy, we just showed you that. If you want to add in the pumpkin, coconut milk, and other options, there it is. These 2 guides, there's a link below this video that you can simply click on it, register for early bird access to get this stuff, and comes with the recipe guides. That easy to grab and make a healthy pumpkin spice, the DLG version, or the lengthier Nurse Livingood version, I would call it.
Well,
the one
one's
with
like
pumpkin.
Yeah, well, one's with like the hot latte, like milky, frothy version, but this is the like the good fats, simple, clean.
So
Dr. Livingood
it's
version.
more, yeah. So my DLG coffee is made with butter, coconut oil, coffee, and collagen. We just substituted in the pumpkin pie version, so that's like it's like the Dr. Livingood version, or you can go full on pumpkin spice latte.
Not quite as simple.
Both guides come with it when you enter your email in the early bird access for the collagen. Just check that out below, enter it in, you get that recipe. Let's go to our next pumpkin favorite recipe. What are we going to do next? Oh,
You want these next?
gosh.
Okay.
These things.
You want these?
You will not be able to stop at just one of these.
Try
They're
that.
insane.
This is her first time probably having them, maybe.
Really?
So we were gonna reel in the middle? You gotta be kidding me.
Get out of here. You're not a living good.
Hey, you are not loving.
Let's cut it.
Look at this thing. All right, what's going on in that? They
Oh
look
my
super
gosh.
moist. I know some of you might not like that word. But so what's happening
They
in that
are all the way down. She's got it all the way down. Okay.
That's got to be like the biggest X factor with this, though, is the texture, right?
I'm going to need her to exit stage left there, or right, whatever way that is.
So the texture of this thing is where it like wins, right?
Yeah, so it's, a lot of people think of a brownie and it's going to be like, yeah, moist, I guess would be the best word.
Yeah.
This is, but it doesn't have like the eggs and stuff. And so the reason it is because it has almond butter, it has the pumpkin. So that's how it gives it that like chewy, I guess chewy is a better word for it.
That's a good word. Yeah.
Consistency.
Chewy. So what's in them? Like, how do you make these?
Do you need a drink of water?
That's what you're looking for?
It's right
I got
there.
here. You tell them what's in it.
Okay. And this would be a few different flours. The reason I do that as well is because sometimes when you cook just with like an almond flour, it can get really dense. So I've mixed a few different flour types, almond butter to help keep it, so I didn't have to use egg, and then it just really gives it that moisture, creamy, and then some pumpkin, and then a lot of flavoring really is the main, a little bit of, depending on how much you want it to be like tasty, I guess. You could put some syrup in it as well, maple syrup.
You've done it with this
I've
too?
done it with this in it too. I don't remember what the recipe shows that we have today, but you can put this in. It just enhances the flavor as well and gives you the nutrients and the multivitamins in there. So, yes, they're very simple, very yummy.
They are.
Very
so
These
good.
are a little bit thinner than normal only because this pan is bigger. So you can make them in a regular 8x8 and get the regular thickness of a brownie, but this is like a 9x9, so it's a little thin.
So let's
They're
go
delicious.
snapshot of the recipe. Here it is. Okay. So you got your coconut and almond flours. You're going to be avoiding grains by using those. Arrowroot powder to hold that consistency. You could use coconut sugar, you could use monk fruit, or you could use the Livingood Daily Collagen Protein pumpkin spice version. You got baking powder, baking soda, a can of organic pumpkin gives it that chewiness feel to it, as well as the almond butter. So we're avoiding peanut if there's any allergies. Optional to put the organic maple syrup in. You could try other sweeteners. You could try honey, or you could just roll with the organic pumpkin spice collagen to give you that. And then you wouldn't even have to add the pumpkin spice and the cinnamon to it if you use the pumpkin spice collagen. Teaspoon of sea salt. There's a frosting recipe for it as well that you can try if you want to add a little topper to it, but I think these don't even warrant the frosting, not even needed. So 45 minutes, nailing it. Love that recipe. It's a classic. That is all in the pumpkin spice everything guide. There's a lot of brand new ones in there for you to check out. Oh, you're going in for the kiss. I missed it. So check this out. So in here so far, we have the DLG pumpkin coffee. There is pumpkin cookies. There's pumpkin pancakes. There's pumpkin brownies. We got pumpkin chai tea latte. So for those of you that need tea instead of coffee, there you go. Shows you how to make it. Delicious. Got the spiciness to it. Pumpkin donuts. Pumpkin cookie balls. Pumpkin loaf. Pumpkin overnight oats. Ooh, good one there. Really good one there. Really good omega-3s. Pumpkin Pop-Tarts. Or what do they call them? Hand somethings? I don't even know. I never even... Hand pie. And hand pie.
Pies.
Comes out like a hand pie. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin smoothie. Pumpkin soup. Pumpkin salad. Pumpkin chicken. Crock-pot. Pumpkin noodle pasta. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then this... Yeah, I'll skip that one. Pumpkin chili. So good. Pumpkin seeds. You got it. Let's go to this bad boy, though. Bum, ba, bum. The final one we wanted to show. This was one of those that I am totally guilty of, like, going back to the fridge 2 or 3 times and, like, scraping it in the middle of the night of, like, I hope Jessica doesn't catch me because I'm scraping from the pan and we're supposed to take this into our team members, but I ended up eating it all.
I totally busted you on this. I was like, oh, man, we're going to have to throw that pumpkin cheesecake out. I haven't been eating it. You usually don't do desserts. And you're like... You don't need to throw that out.
Don't throw it away, please. I usually don't, but like one of my favorite desserts ever is cheesecake.
Yeah.
Then you make this one, and it's like, it would be like keto, paleo, low carb approved.
Yeah.
With healthy fats in it, and it just tastes rock solid. There's a little caramel drizzle over the top even that you concocted. This thing, for me, this is like, if I'm going to have dessert, I want to make sure it's super healthy. And like, I will give a little bit with dessert. So maybe if you're like hardcore cheesecake lover, maybe you wouldn't agree with me, but I don't knock it till you try it. This thing is fantastic. Can you please walk us through this?
Okay, here it is.
What do we got?
The crust is...
So you made little bites this time. Last time you made a whole pan.
I did make a pan last time. This I wanted miniatures because you had promised the team that you would this time share with them.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Oh my gosh.
He's
crazy.
You can continue.
Would you like some homemade caramel syrup on
It
there?
doesn't even need it, but
It doesn't.
Sure.
Well, okay, so the crust is super simple. It's like almonds, a little bit of monk fruit, and some butter, maybe. I think it was like that simple.
The crust is awesome.
It was that super simple. And then the...
I have the recipe in front of me. I can fill you in.
Do it.
Little sea salt, little cinnamon, butter, monk fruit, almond flour.
It's not really
Bam.
drizzling because it's
Grainless,
not as hot.
sugarless crust. Loving it. Okay, pass the first test. Talk to me about this filling.
Then it's cream cheese, pumpkin,
Mama.
seasonings,
Yep.
an egg or
So
two.
we do have
Just one.
one egg in there, 2 eggs in there.
Two eggs.
So not vegan friendly, you'd have to substitute out there, but fantastic on the filling. And so we're just talking about
And then some,
cream cheese. You're going to get dairy, so obviously some inflammatory. If you don't do well with cheese, you're going to need to avoid that. But
maybe a little
What
bit.
are you
I'm so
saying?
excited. A little bit more.
what were you going to add to it?
Some sweetener, of course. But
So the monk fruit, or you could use the collagen multi pumpkin spice
Right.
that has monk fruit in it already, and you're going to get those flavorings in a real strong way. And then drizzle. Talk to me about that. What's going on the top?
The caramel on top. So I have 2 caramel recipes.
Yeah.
Okay, that was supposed to go in the bowl. Thank you. She's over here making the pumpkin cookie balls just to keep her entertained.
Okay.
Less squirrely. Good job. That's super simple. It is dairy though. It's butter, full cream, heavy cream, and then I did some brown erythritol or brown, it's a brown sugar substitute. Brown swerve is another one you could use.
Yep.
And all you do is stir that until
Just like heating it up, melting it down, and then you drizzle over the top.
stir forever.
Let's have a look at this one, shall we? Check this out. So here it is. There is actual piece of that one if you're making it in a pan. Nice side dish picture there with your old pecans. Is it pecan? Pecans? Pecan?
Peckin.
Have we decided? Is this debate over?
What region says peckin? What region is that? Because I'm pretty sure that
Deep South.
You think so?
So there it is, pumpkin cheesecake. This one is lights out. Crust, cheesecake filling, caramel drizzle. You have been warned. And then what you guys are making over there, the cookie balls, yeah? Let me go back up to
We're
that
making
one.
the-
Look at all of these recipes. You nailed
Well, what
this.
happened was
There's the cookie balls that they're
What
making right
happened
now.
was
as well.
last year's guide was sent to me and asked, could you improve or add to, remove, substitute? Well, first of all, there's only so much you can really do with pumpkin outside of desserts. But second of all, I couldn't even pick one to remove. So I just added a few new, but I was like, I can't remove any of these. They're all that good. All of them.
This is probably my favorite dessert season because now that you've added this, like this is just, I'm in heaven. How do you get this guide? There's literally a link right below. When you click on that link, you can opt in and get it. I mean, it literally looks like this. It's really simple. You get early bird access off the best collagen of the season. Pumpkin spice comes with a multi. Okay, you're going to get up to 35% off, an entire 24 hours early access to it. We sold out in 3 days last year, and you will instantly be sent those guides. On the very next page, you will get the pumpkin everything guide that we just showed you here with all of those delicious recipes, 23 pages of recipes. You will then also get healthy pumpkin spice latte. So if you are a pumpkin spice lover, we got you. You can avoid the toxicity of this stuff right here, and you can still enjoy the season with some of the favorite desserts of Dr. Livingood, best ones that I've ever had. Loving it. You nailed this. So be sure to enter your email there. You better get those guides today, and then you could be real close to getting this little pumpkin spice collagen coming your direction It's the season. Tried something else we weren't having, huh?
Not a fan of cacao nibs alone.
That's definitely not chocolate. Yeah.
Take a drink.
Cacao nibs down the hatch, huh? How'd that go? A little bitter? It's called bitter. A little more water. That'll help.
Wow, didn't expect that, did you?
Thanks for being in the Livingood kitchen with us. As a next step, make sure that the milk you add to it, to your coffee or to any concoction that you're making, is not toxic, or the dairy that you're adding to the cheesecake. We went to the store and actually walked around, and the very next video up next that I would recommend is going through the shopping section of dairy and finding the proper milk, so we put it right up there for you.